Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon by GREYBEARD, and today we're gonna listen to some bluegrass. And I'm really excited. You know, this is what he called a newgrass marathon because it's newer stuff. So it says here, this is from GREYBEARD. So I got an interesting marathon for you. I call this one newgrass, just a bit of modern bluegrass, and here we go. So yeah, all the bands are pretty much from the 2000s. So we got the first one is called The Steel Drivers, and this is the track Blue Side of the Mountain from the album The Steel Drivers 2008. Then we got the infamous Stringdusters. That's what I need, some string dusting. 2008, and this is called, 2010. Track is called Masquerade, and the album is called Things That Fly. I think I've done a reaction to that before. I don't know if it was GREYBEARD, though. I would have to check. Okay, 2010. Then we got the Wooks, like the Wookiees. No, the Wooks. Track is Dear Prudence, and the album is called Glory Bound from 2018. And we're gonna close it out. We're gonna close the marathon with Billy Strings. The track is called Away from the Mire. Album is called Home 2019. There we go. So yeah, I'm not very well, like, burst in the bluegrass world, but hey, I'm so super ready to listen to some newgrass, from the bluegrass world. So yeah, so again, thank you so much, GREYBEARD, for sponsoring the video. Everybody loved your marathon, the Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. That one got so many views, and it was such a great, experience to listen to that. So again, thank you so much. There's still people, discovering the video. It has around, I think, 5,000 views. That's crazy, and but yeah, it was definitely amazing, and I can't wait to do part number 2. And I was even thinking that it would be kind of cool if I got, Alexia in the chair. I know it's a lot and it's one song, so I don't know if we maybe just like interrupt and pause and she can stretch or something. But well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, she needs to hear it. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and start with Blue Side of the Mountain from the Steel Drivers. Here we go. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for being here, liking the video, subscribing, and all that good stuff. Leave a comment below. Thank you so much. Here we go.
There's a place in a piney hollow that no one but me can find. Some Choctaw band
this is so good. It's so, I feel like I'm there wherever this is. That's their music. They play it with a certain passion that you can't fake. This is like the real deal. And Greybeard and I, we've explored some Western stuff, and we were like immersed in this world, like a media, like I don't want to be too specific, but it's Western, and it's it's the Wild West, and the music obviously that goes with that is very similar to this, and I'm sure he was inspired. But this is so, I love the lyrics, on the blue side of the mountain where the sun don't ever shine, man, because it's true. In the mountains there's certain areas where you never get any sun, because it's just the way they're standing there. And I just love the feeling in the voice, that passion when they when they harmonize together, that banjo, the strumming, that violin, or fiddle as they call it in that setting. I don't know if it's a banjo or a mandolin. I always get that wrong. I have a banjo right there behind me. I've been trying to learn it. It's not anything similar, as like the guitar. Like I thought I was just gonna like play the banjo. It's different. It's completely different, but it has a wonderful sound. It's just a great setting, and I'm really enjoying this music. And it's really, if I would look back 5 years ago, would I have listened to this? Maybe not. Maybe I would have been like, oh yeah, it's really nice, but yeah, whatever. Now I can really appreciate this and just like open up my ears and really take it in and really enjoy it. I was just incapable, I guess. Maybe when you're younger, you're a little bit more stubborn, and I guess when you get older you get a little bit more stubborn. I don't know, but it's just something. Sometimes when you don't know a certain thing, you won't accept it, and that's just the way we are, as humans. But it's so nice to be able to just listen to this and say, man, it is as good as my favorite heavy metal band, or my favorite guitar players. I can just enjoy it for what it is and take it and let me get inspired and enjoy it. So this is really good. It's just I love that it sounds so legit and so heartfelt. It's so original. All right, let's go back. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you so much. And I loved how excited Greybeard was when he pitched me the idea of this marathon. And you're right, man, like always. Here we go.
I'm going back to a world of shadow. Gotta find some peace before I lose my mind. On the blue side of the mountain, where the sun don't ever shine. So deep and dark, like the hurting down in my heart. Maybe something there will show me some kind of sign. On the blue side of the mountain, where the sun don't ever shine. Where the sun don't ever shine.
Yes. Man, that must be cold, being in the mountains and no sunshine. That's the beauty about Colorado. Now, my Colorado commercial. No, but we do have a lot of sunshine, even in the winter, and this winter was the longest winter. Like, it felt like it just, it was just cold during spring, like, and it was snowing. Also, we had some. It's so funny because it's like in Colorado, it's like, okay, there's like no snow and then it just like plows down, you know. But the beauty about, even though if there's like this, you know, I don't know how many inches of snow we get when it really snows, but then the next day is like sunshine, you know. It's not melting, but you're walking in the snow, and but it's sunny, you know, and you can literally go to the pool if you want to. But that's the beauty about Colorado, that we have, this is pretty much the state that should be called the sunshine state, because it's always sunny in Colorado, 300 days at least of sunshine, you know, so out of the year. So yeah, it's really hard to get depressed or anything. It's not like in other states like Washington where it's like gray, you know, most of the time, and rainy and stuff. I couldn't do that, you know. I need the sun, even though I'm not like always in the sun. I never sunbathe because it's so dangerous nowadays, you know. Just to, yeah, I don't think it's very good to just sunbathe. I don't recommend it to anyone. I know it's very popular, but I don't know. But yeah, that's the good thing about Colorado, you know. We do have a lot of sun, and we are in the mountains, but it is, yes, the you know, the oxygen here is a little bit thinner, you know. It's on the thinner side. It's always very nice when we go to sea level. It's like I can just run for miles and don't feel a thing. Here, you know, after, you know, an hour on the treadmill, you feel it, you know. It's like being on the treadmill for 2.5 hours someplace else. All right, let's continue with the infamous Stringdusters. And like I said, these strings need some dust. Although no, I usually clean my guitars. The white one, the Charvel, I was just waiting how far it could get, how dirty it could get before it started to sound weird. But usually they sound pretty good, you know, with all the you know, dirt on them. It doesn't sound any different, but the strings have to be clean, and I do dust my strings. I don't really dust them, I oil them and stuff like that, you know. All right, so the infamous Stringdusters with Masquerade. Here we go, and let's see if they deliver the goods just like the steel drivers. Here we go.
Once I started down the road, never studied where I'd go.
Beautiful.
Darkness waited on the way, still I never seemed afraid. My appearance said that I was strong, and if I got it wrong, I kept up the masquerade. Now I see the truth I meant to find, knowing now that I was only wasting time. Past the easy turns, I don't regret the lessons learned. I took a
Wow, I have to show this to Alexia. Beautiful, the banjo, dum dum dum, like that rhythm, that pattern. I do that a lot on the acoustic guitar. I just kind of like with like right hand practice, you know, just like get a pattern going and just like play it slower, faster, and then you can basically, you don't even have to play chords. It just sounds beautiful. I love that the banjo is doing that, and I love all the way they like jangly, and I just learned that word actually. That jangly sound of letting those strings ring, you know, it's like bang, you know, and with the delay on the strings, you know, there's some acoustic guitar. I'm sure there's a banjo and a mandolin in the works, and sometimes 12 strings and stuff. I love also the use of slide here. Beautiful, just masterful. I love that this one had a lot of rhythm too, like, you know, that there's just a lot of things that are very you know, of that music, you know, and also a little bit, I guess, more modern, you know, if you want to say, but beautiful. And the singing, you know, it's just very, very beautiful music. All right, let's go back a little bit here.
I took away the mask and let it fall. Then I saw it all. I was looking straight at you. Now I see the truth I meant to find. Knowing now that I was only wasting time.
That ring. Wow, man. Yeah. Greybeard knows me so well. This literally reminded me of, like, you know, I love guitar solos, and this was just perfect. Like the expression, like when a guitar, and this wasn't, I think it was a banjo, you know, but when the instrument speaks, that's what gets me the most, you know. And it's so funny because, like, for example, Alan Holdsworth, he's very good at that. Like, even though a lot of people misinterpret that man because of his speed and of his phrasing, and it's very fast. But if you really listen, and I know, and the real people that listen to Alan Holdsworth, like really listen, they get it, because they hear those moments where he basically, it's almost like crying, like this, you know. There's a lot of notes in between, but the moments where he goes into full like expression mode, and it's so sad that a lot of people miss it, you know, because they are just almost maybe overwhelmed because it's so much, it's so fast, and there's all these scales are very, very, you know, weird. It's not like the typical major, you know, minor scale, or, you know, it's just like, it's bizarre. But what I loved about this solo was all these notes were all very expressive and just very heartfelt, you know, solo, very right on the money, just like I love it. And I mean, I'm sure he chose the song because of the solo. Everything here was just chef's kiss, wonderful. I can't wait to listen to this again right now once I'm done with the marathon. I showed to Alexia. This was great. I really, yeah, I could really say I've missed out, you know, like on bluegrass. And I like this new, you know, because yes, of course, I've heard some bluegrass before, but this new stuff here sounds very, very nice because of the addition of delays and reverb and all this echo stuff. And there's a lot of mixing it together. And yes, it's maybe a bit newer, but it's very effective. It just sounds wonderful. So, all right. So we're going to continue with the Wooks. Dear Prudence, here we go.
Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. Hey, the sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you. Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play?
Okay, I was like, okay, this is the Beatles, right? This is a Beatles song. And I only know this because we just watched a movie that a lot of people have not seen. I really recommend it. It's called Across the Universe. I don't know on which is the album this comes on. This is on originally. Give me a second. The Beatles, Dear Prudence, because I saw it in the movie Across the Universe, and it's a beautiful moment. Like that was filmed, and let's see. Released and recorded. It's a single. Also recorded by Susie and the Banshees, but credited John Lennon and McCartney. From the album The Beatles, the White Album. Okay, so we've not heard the White Album. Okay, can't wait. But if you suggest it, it's gonna win on Patreon. But yeah, beautiful. I love that it's a cover by the Wooks. And let's continue. I just wanted to get that. I'm looking at the lyrics now as well. So beautiful. Let's go.
Dear Prudence, open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, sunny skies. The wind is low, birds will sing that you are part, everything, dear Prudence. Won't you open up your eyes? Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Dear Prudence.
Great. I love the section right there. I could totally see myself in a band like this, just improvising, you know, because luckily, you know, the chord changes are not very difficult. The scales here are not too complex. It's all stuff that I've already been familiar with just by playing flamenco and blues and jazz and even metal. You know, you just learn how to, you know, play with your instrument in any scenario. And this sounds just so much fun. And man, I could just see myself, because there's this awesome band in Puerto Vallarta. I think they're still there. And Alexa used to go there with her parents, and they were pretty much this American, you know, couple opened up a bar, and they had all people from Canada and from the States, and they would play this kind of music, and they had like the board. It's like a board that I don't know what it's called, and they had the spoons, and they had, you know, banjos and acoustic. It was all an acoustic thing, and it was very, very American, you know, very, very cool. So, and yeah, and I've played in not exactly this kind of music. I've played with a person, a friend, and he plays professionally, like, well, maybe not professionally, but very, very often in a bluegrass band. And one day he decided to come over to Alexa's dad's house and just to jam, and he was playing, and I was just improvising over it. And he was very surprised how easy it was just to, like, even though this music is very new to me, just to adapt. It's like, that's very good, you know? So I was like, yes. So I would love to, you know, I would love to play in a band like this, you know, why not? Again, great cover, great instrumentation, great solos. Still, I think Masquerade got me, like, that was like a different level, you know, of ecstasy, you know, here right there. But again, also beautiful here, and I can't wait for Billy Strings. But yeah, let's continue.
Let me see you smile, dear Prudence, like a little child. The clouds will be a daisy chain, so let me see you smile again, dear Prudence. Won't you let me see you smile? Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round.
Beautiful. All right. So yeah, now we've arrived at the big I was gonna say, I don't know what word, but this is the epic one, 7 minutes and 44 seconds. Billy Strings away from the Mire. Let's see, is that correct? Let me see in the email. Yeah, 2019. Wow, so cool, man. This is all like such great music, and it's, you know, new, and I love it. All right, here we go with Billy Strings.
Remember the time we were both eye to eye, and we both knew the reasons why. Seemed like we'd face the world on our own. Before we collide, can we just take a moment, collecting reflections of this, and remember the past that we chose? To us this year again, can't stand to face the fear again. You could always laugh about those things. It's enough to make a man feel sour, earning minutes every day by the hour, just to end up gone like everything else. Let go of the pain, hold on to the rhythm that's consciously held back in you, drowning a sorrow that's long been at rest. The past is a hell, it can creep up inside you, so let me remind you of this. There's a reason your troubles exist. Spring light to us again this year. Still I can't stand to face the fear. Will you always laugh about those things? It's enough to make a man stay humble. Every day is just a new chance to stumble, just to end up gone like everything else. place where we stand side by side. We'll be ready and able to fly away from the mind and the senseless decisions of somebody's wasted desire. Through the smoke and the wind and the fire, spring light to us this year again. Can't stand to face the fear again. You could always laugh about those things. It's enough to make a man feel sour, burning minutes every day by the hour, just to end up gone like everything else.
I love it. Again, that solo. Maybe I should just like learn at least, you know, that it has like this sound like like this. There's a specific pattern that the banjo plays, and it's just like 3 chords, and that's very typical of that. That's just what, you know, at least that maybe I should just learn that pattern. because I already have, you know, the hand, and but you have to put on these things. I think I could just do it with my fingers. But it doesn't sound the same, I guess. But I mean, beautiful, just beautiful. I love the way the solo was being played with these octaves he was doing, you know, these slides in the octave, playing octaves, you know, on this guitar. Man, beautiful. And the whole song was just beautiful, man. I really like this music. Like I did not, I underestimated the style completely. You know, but it happens. It happens so much. It happened with bands like Steely Dan. The early Steely Dan, when I heard the later Steely Dan, like Asia and Goucher, and I was like, I don't know if I like the early Steely Dan, you know, I underestimated it. And now I can't, like, I like it even, I can't say I like it more than the jazzier stuff, but early Steely Dan is amazing, you know. It's just, sometimes you have to get into just more territory and, you know, really explore. And I mean, I was like, okay, you know, bluegrass, I've heard it, but not like this. And everything that was happening, you know, the violin, man, all the guitars, all the sounds. Unfortunately, it didn't have the lyrics, but I did pay attention. But it was so many walls of sound that I was like pretty much, you know, just like tripping with the strings and trying to pay attention to all the different patterns. A beautiful bass, stand-up bass. Man, what a good trip. Thank you so much, Eric. This was amazing. You got to give it to Greybeard. You know, he does choose amazing stuff. And yeah, and you know, this is his, like, he told me, you know, this is the music that my my dad was into. Obviously the older stuff, this is more modern, but hey, I think it doesn't really change that much, you know, when you think about it. I presume. Man, this was awesome. Thank you so much. Let me know, guys, which one was your favorite song. Do you have a favorite artist? And do you listen to bluegrass at all? Are you like me? Were you like hesitant? I mean, I trust Greybeard, you know, so I was like, this is gonna be amazing. But just like when I would be like on Spotify and be like, oh, let's listen to some bluegrass, I don't know, you know. But now I would dare, you know, and maybe dip my toes further in, you know, like okay, like show me some other music, like the infamous Stringdusters, you know, for example. This was awesome. Thank you so much, Greybeard. An amazing choice of songs, and so enjoyable. I mean, they're so inspirational as well, you know. This is the kind of stuff that wants me, after this, I want to pick up the guitar or the banjo. I mean, I have one, you know, I learned how to tune it. And I learned to play some chords, but it's just like is organically not the same as the guitar for me. You know, I can't just like compose, you know. It's like it's a different instrument. But I'll try, you know, maybe I'll make a video or something. Again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please, you know, everybody give a warm, you know, thanks to Greybeard. I know you always do. I don't even have to remind you guys. I love you guys for doing that. You're always very considerate. Like, hey, you know, like with the person who requested the songs, you're always very you know, thankful, and you guys have each other's back. I love that in the community, you know, like, hey, great pick, you know, and I love that stuff. So again, thank you so much for being this way, and we have such a beautiful community, and you know, it's a pleasure. So thank you guys. Thank you, Greybeard, and I'll see you all in the next one.